All right, let's get into it. How's everybody doing? I am G, the seeker of truth. This is spiritual state. And yes, your spirit is at stake. We never want to take that part lightly. Keep that on the forefronts of our minds. How y'all feeling today? We in our Bible breakdown right now. We are in Exodus chapter 39. We do a quick overview of 38, and 38 was more so in more instructions, more details about the constructing of the Ark of the Covenant, right? So, does everybody know by now? These are all things I had to do over these scriptures, these chapters I'm doing now. And so, in 38, we had the epiphany that the children of Israel, when it was time to do the work, they did the work. They didn't complain, didn't nag. They did the work. And the question was proposed: are you ready to work? If you hear you ready to work. So with that being said, we finna get ready to go right on into chapter 39. If you gonna fire up, go ahead on and fire up. And y'all know how we do. With no further ado. And of the blue and purple and scarlet, they made cloths of service to do service in the holy place, and made the holy garments for Aaron, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he made the ephod of gold, blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. And they did beat the gold into thin plates and cut it into wire to work it in the blue and in the purple and in the scarlet and in the fine linen with cunning work. They made shoulder pieces for it to couple it together. By the two edges was it coupled together. And the curious girdle of his empire that was upon it was of the same, according to the work thereof, of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. And the Lord commanded Moses. And they wrought onyx stones and clothed in ouches of ouches of gold, graven as signets are graven with the names of the children of Israel. And he put them on the shoulders of the empire, that they should be stones for a memorial to the children of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he made the breastplate of cunning work, like the work of the ephod of gold, blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. Excuse me. It was fourscore. They made a breastplate double. A span was the length thereof, and a span the breadth thereof, being double. And they set in it 4 rows of stones. The first row was a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This was the first row. And the second row, an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row, a ligure, and an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row, a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. They were enclosed in ouches of gold, and in their enclosures. I keep laughing when I say ouches because I don't even know if that's the right pronunciation of it. Then I keep thinking about ouche. Anyway, 14. And the stones were according to the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet, every one with his name, according to the 12 tribes. And they made upon the breastplate chains at the ends of wreathen work of pure gold. And they made 2 ouches of gold and 2 gold rings, and put the 2 rings in the 2 ends of the breastplate. And they put the 2 wreathen chains of gold in the 2 rings on the ends of the breastplate. And the 2 ends of the 2 wreathen chains they fastened in the 2 ouches, and put them on the shoulder piece of the ephod before it. And they made 2 rings of gold, and put them on the 2 ends of the breastplate upon the border of it, which was on the side of the ephod inward. And they made 2 other golden rings, and put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, toward the forepart of it, over against the other coupling thereof above the curious girdle of the ephod. And they did bind the breastplate by his rings unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it might be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate might not be loose from the ephod, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he made the robe of the ephod of woven work, all of blue, and there was a hole in the midst of the robe as the hole of an habergeon, with a band round about the hole, that it should not ring. I'm gonna have to write that down because I don't even know what that is. So I'm gonna have to see what that is. It's HABERGEOE. With a band round about the hole, that it should not rend. And they made upon the hems of the robes pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet and twin linen. And they made bells of pure gold, and put the bells between the pomegranates upon the hem of the robe round about between the pomegranates. A bell and a pomegranate round about the hem of the robes to minister in, as the Lord commanded Moses. And they made coats of fine linen of woven work for Aaron and for his sons, and a mitre of fine linen, and goodly bonnets of fine linen, and linen breeches of fine twine linen, and a girdle of fine twine linen in blue and purple and scarlet of needlework, as the Lord commanded Moses. And they made the plate of the holy crown of pure gold, and wrote upon it a writing like to the engravings of a signet, holiness to the Lord. And they tied unto it a lace of blue to fasten it on high upon the myrtle, as the Lord commanded Moses. Thus was all the work of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation finished, and the children of Israel did according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did they. And they brought the tabernacle unto Moses, the tent, and all his furniture, his tenches, and his boards, his bars, and his pillars, and his sockets, and the coverings of ram skin dyed red, and the covering of badger skin, and the veil of the covering, the ark of the testimony, and the staves thereof, and the mercy